Good evening, coach.
Good evening.
Witamy, jest z nami selekcjoner reprezentacji Polski. Zapraszam do zadawania pytań. Michał Białoński. Proszę bardzo.
Serdecznie panie trenerze. Chciałem zapytać, czy udało się zregenerować w drużynie siły po bardzo ciężkim meczu w Hiszpanii, bo wiadomo, że Polska będzie miała 30 godzin mniej przerwy między meczami niż rywal. I mam pytanie o to, czy ma już pan w głowie gotowy skład na jutrzejszy mecz, czy jeszcze są jakieś wątpliwości?
No, some players they are not from till today on the session. They are not completely recovered. I'm completely sure tomorrow they will be really well. Yes, I have some doubts in some positions. Also, these doubts about the capacity of for the players. Tomorrow we realize if everyone is 100%, and then we go to take the final decisions. We don't have too many doubts on the things, but regarding to 2-3 players with small things in their body and also not completely recover, we need to think about tomorrow to make the final decisions.
Dziękuję.
Dariusz Faron, proszę bardzo, kolejne pytanie.
Dobry wieczór, trenerze. Chciałbym na początek zapytać, jak scharakteryzowałby pan reprezentację Szwecji? I pytanie numer 2. Przed spotkaniem z Hiszpanią powiedział pan takie zdanie na konferencji prasowej, że kluczem będzie mentalność zawodników i ich nastawienie. Czy przed Szwecją powie pan coś podobnego i czy ewentualnie wskaże pan jakiś element, który jutro pana zdaniem będzie decydujący, żeby wygrać i awansować? Dziękuję bardzo.
Well, the mentality, it's from the day one, is something we work. It's something we find out we needed. We needed to be much more balanced on the wins and on when we lose, not only inside of the team but also around the team, especially outside. It's always very noisy. We understand that, but this is culturally, and we will try from our side to manage it to be the most controlled with our emotions, because we want to have the same mentality everywhere. When we play away, when we play home, if it's a strong national team or another national team not so popular in the eyes of the journalists, because in these days it's very tough to win matches, and we need to maintain all this mentality everywhere, because it's a mentality it goes to suit us also when we finish our career as a football players or as a coach, because the right mentality give you strength, to pursue all your dreams, everything what you want to do it in life. For that we need to be really balanced on this. Regarding the characteristics of Sweden, of course, numbers, they already say many things, and it's not the numbers only regarding the games we played against them. This is something that comes also in the news about when since 74 we don't win and so on, but we need to be focused on the present and the recent present, because we are completely different teams from the 74, and these you don't win, they don't lose matches, but the near present he say Sweden, it's a team very mature, defending really well, but he knows how to have the ball. He knows how to counter-attack, especially. It's a team in this year 2021, 7 games, 1 draw against Spain. Here in European, you don't concede 1 goal. For that, it's one of the best teams with interceptions, with clearance, the ball, with, I think, the third one with more fouls. It means how it is tough, to beat a team like Sweden. We have our argues, we have our ideas. The time we was on the pitch yesterday and today, also with a low intensity, we try to experience what we predict it could be the game. A game really difficult, like I said, and I announced it's a Sweden with, he knows how to keep the ball when he need to keep it. He knows how to accelerate and to have a quick transition, especially one key element. Isaac, it's one of the players, probably the best in European on counterattacks, with the ball and without the ball. Because it's really quick with great abilities individually in 1v1, in 1 against 3 with the space, and for that it's not easy. They know how to press high. They know how to drop the block and sitting and waiting for the opponents. They are really mature. Also in the set pieces, they have good lads and big lads with good delivers. For that, I see a team already well complete. Of course, is my colleague, Mr. Anderson. It's, I think, from 2016, around 62 games together. And it gives that, that this element of the game model, it's done. Everybody knows what you need to do it. The mentality, it's always maintained. And they know how to win matches. But like I said, we have our argues. For us, this is a final, and we need to focus as a final. We need to win to keep going, and this is what we look to do it from the first second till the end. To get this victory and return to Poland, rest and to think in another game.
Kolejne pytanie, Dawid Dobrasz.
Dzień dobry, panie trenerze. Kibice w Polsce się obawiają, że za pana kadencji tylko raz reprezentacja Polski wygrała i to było z Andorą. No a teraz jest właśnie ten finał i musimy pokonać Szwedów, którzy dobrze bronią. I też nie wiem, czy pan tak po prostu nastawia swój zespół, że jutro będziemy taką ofensywną husarią, że od pierwszej minuty zaatakujemy Szwedów wysoko i będziemy chcieli jak najszybciej zdobyć gola, żebyśmy znowu pierwsi tego gola nie stracili. Dziękuję.
To tell you the truth, I don't see fans worried. I see journalists try to push and direct the worry to our fans. I feel fans with belief, with the trust on the team, especially when the team have the mentality then you need to have in each game to perform and to win matches. Then you can win or can lose. But when we perform with the right mentality, we are always much more closer to win, and this is something we want to have it in the next game and in all other games. For that, it's like I told you guys from the beginning, the way you're dealing with the moment and with the circumstance, it could influence positively or negatively the energy and the environment. For that, hopefully, you can understand how it's important to build it up, everything what we are working in the daily basis, to be positive, to believe, to have faith, to pray, to trust each other, to trust in our team, in our players, to perform and to win matches.
Kolejne pytanie, Dan Sheldon.
Good evening, Paulo. If
Good
I
evening.
could just ask about Jan Bednarek and your thoughts on how he performs in a back three.
Sorry?
If I could just-
Bednarek. You're
Jan
talking.
Bednarek,
Okay.
yes. At Southampton, he plays in a back four.
Yeah.
He's, especially against Spain, he adapted really well in the back three and was, blocking down the left, and then obviously made that vital interception in the final 10 minutes to deny Morata.
Yeah. I think it can be much better because the concepts defensively they are near or less the same. The opponents they made different dynamics with different decisions individually. For that, he requests some understanding of the situation to make decisions quicker. But normally we are used to play as with a back four. We made that decision with Spain and against England also as well, where it was quite good. I think special in all the second halves, and this is more regarding the courage and the ambition individually and collective the players they need to have and the team need to have, because anytime we achieve that level of ambition and courage, we perform much better, because the concept is something we are working, and mainly we, like I've been saying to our players, we are defending much better than in the past. We concede much less to our opponents, but till the game against Spain, the first shoot on the goal, it's our opponent score a goal, and we don't concede too much. But it was a moment where it need to be turned out, and I think the mentality we put in Spain game, I think it helps to turn out these things. Hopefully we can maintain, because the lucky you work to achieve that. You cannot sit waiting for that. And I think we worked really well, and the attitude, the determination, the conviction also helps to all the circumstances on the game to be in our favor. And hopefully it can happen again tomorrow.
Because just one more, if I may, on Jan at Southampton, towards the end of the season, they went to a back three, and Ralph Hasenhüttl, was talking about where Jan needs to improve in that back three. I just think what his strengths are that you've seen in that role. Where do you think Jan is good in that role?
I think I define not. I don't alterate my thoughts about Bednarek regarding playing a 3 or 4. It's a centre back, and sometimes I saw it. He played also as a fullback, a right fullback. For that, it's a boy dynamic. He have speed, he have quick fits all the time, good body positions. You need to learn is something we are working a lot. The decision to if it's anticipating the direct opponent, or if you cover the back and defending deeply better. You need to identify better these situations. I think he can be a leader, and strong leader. For that, it could help him to growing with communication and giving this type of rule where he can develop this the capacity of leadership he have. It's a player we relate to him a lot, because he can play well with the right and foot. This is right and left. This is something he need to grow in our requests, because he could do it. Technically, it's really good. It's something with the time, with the repetition, with confidence, we help him, to improve that moment of the game, because he could do it. It's something he could be, confident in doing that. It was used to do it too much. We started just now the process on that. Sometimes you have some doubts to choose the right lines to decide, but it's natural for someone who started this process.
Thank you, and best
You're
of luck
welcome.
tomorrow night.
Thank you so much.
Sebastian Staszewski, proszę bardzo.
Dzień dobry, panie trenerze.
Dzień dobry.
Moje pytanie będzie dotyczyło polskich kibiców. Pytałem już o to Mateusza Klicha, chciałem też zapytać o to pana. Mianowicie świetną robotę polscy kibice wykonywali w trakcie meczu ze Słowacją, pewnie jeszcze lepszą wykonali w Hiszpanii, gdzie byli naszym 12 zawodnikiem. I moje pytanie będzie dotyczyło meczu ze Szwecją. Jak ocenia pan ich rolę i jak liczy pan bardzo na nich, bo kiedy lecieliśmy dzisiaj do Sankt Petersburga, no to ten samolot praktycznie do ostatniego miejsca wypełniony biało-czerwonymi kibicami. Widać, że wielka mobilizacja i moje pytanie dotyczy właśnie pana oczekiwań wobec kibiców, którzy będą was jutro wspierać. Dziękuję.
They are vital. I think we can, for example, understand how Hungary, with the stadium completely packed, Copenhagen with Denmark, how it influenced their players and their performance, and our fans, they have been amazing. We never feel playing away, and more percentage of the stadiums of people inside of the stadiums it could be. I'm sure more Polish they will come to support us. Because they believe, they trust, they want to push us, they want to give all the energy we needed, and it's amazing. I get already the opportunity to say thanks to them, because I feel really honored to represent the Polish national team, mainly also and special because all the Polish fans, they love football, they are supportive. With all the difficulties, they are together with us. They trust, they believe, and they are vital once more tomorrow, to push us to the victory.
Pel Strandman, kolejne pytanie.
Hello, Paulo.
Hi.
I was just wondering, what kind of game do you expect tomorrow? Do you agree with Mateusz Klich that Sweden doesn't want much ball possession and will mainly go for counterattacks?
Like I said previously, they feel comfortable with that, with these two moments of the game, but they know how to build their dynamic of their offensive organization. In my opinion, I like that a lot, because they have variety and they have imprevisibility. Forsberg, it's one of the players that give all these kind of things, because it's he have freedom in his role, in that position. He's always looking to give superiority in different areas of the pitch, and they transform their dynamic between the way they defending when they pass to their offensive organization. Their lines, they are completely different. They have lots of dynamism on that. For that, they are rich tactically as a team, and they are mature as a players also as well to handle each moment. The moment of the game, he requests to have possession and to build it up. They will do it. The moment of the game, they request to press high because they are losing. They will do it because they know how to do it. Mainly, they are much more comfortable with a low block defensively, where they cover really well the length, the amplitude of the pitch, but they have a short distance between lines, where individuality, they are strong on the challenge, on the duels, winning, and they are cynical and very strong in the counterattacks, especially with Isaac. It's a key player, in my opinion, one of the best players in the European on the offensive transitions.
But still, Sweden has just managed to score one goal, and it was on a penalty. But you still seem to have a lot of respect for the Swedish attack.
Yes, because since this year, 2021, 7 games, they draw one game and they win the other ones. They win 1-0, they win. They clean sheets all the time, most of the time. For that, they know what they want. And they know how to do it to win matches. And this is really a mature team. Like I said, it's Mr. Anderson, my colleague. He have 62 games already in front. For that, they know exactly what it need to be done, and they are really mature. We have our argues. We believe in them. Hopefully, everything, all the circumstance of the game, it could come in our favor. We could be quick in the things we do it, what we need to be done. But quick, it means don't rush all the time, or don't speed up all the time, or don't allow us technically don't be perfect. For that, we need to deal with our velocity in our game. It need to be much quicker than it was, for example, against Slovakia, because we need to alternate many times verticality, the change of orientation, the quick passes between lines, because they are sitting together very close to each other. And we saw it. It was also difficult for Spain, to find out areas where they could progress.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Johan Flink. Next question.
Good evening, Paulo.
Good evening.
In Sweden, we were a little surprised seeing pictures of your goalkeeper Szczesny with cigarettes in his mouth before traveling to the game to Spain. So I'm just wondering, is it okay to smoke in the Polish national team?
Look, you know what, for me, it's the worst. It's to have paparazzis, to get photos from that, because we need to keep educating and we need to protect the development of young players. And I think it's worse than one player. He used to smoke. He tried to don't smoke in front of nobody. And you have paparazzis to do it to sell one photo. Because I think we have all of us on the life process, we need to have the sensibility, to educate new generations. And I think it's not a good way to do it.
The last part, what did you mean that's not a good way? To smoke or? No,
to show young boys, these kind of things, because you have lots of players to smoking, they are natural. He will not do it in front of the public. It was get it for some paparazzi, where, in my opinion, this is much worse than one player smoke, because he don't smoke in front of us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dariusz Wołowski, proszę bardzo.
Dzień dobry, trenerze. Chciałem zapytać krótko o dwie rzeczy. Po pierwsze, jak zmienia sytuację fakt, że Szwedzi już awansowali? Myśli pan, że to może mieć jakiś wpływ na ich grę? Grają bez presji, Polacy pod presją. I drugie, mieliśmy 30 godzin mniej odpoczynku, a wiadomo, że mecz ze Szwecją będzie bardzo wymagający od strony fizycznej.
Yes, I don't think my colleague, Mr. Anderson, thinking, it to be relaxed, because they have a big chance also to be the first on the group, and this influence a lot what it could be in front of this competition for them. But I don't think probably what I could expect it's change some players. They have a double yellow card to protect them, to have them in the next game after us. It could be, but regarding their method of playing, their game model, I don't expect a big difference. Like I said, 62 games in front of the team. They know exactly what they need to do it. They could change players, but they will sure maintain their idea of playing. And regarding to have less hours to recover, yes, it's a true. It will be very demanding, and not only conditionally, because many of you think the tiredness it's physically, and it's not only physically, it's also mental. And mentally, against Spain, we spend lots of energy to think, to take decisions, and of course, he told us till today, we have a number of players not completely recover mentally and physically. I'm sure tomorrow they will be, and something we go to understand better to make the final decisions.
Przemek Langier, kolejne pytanie.
Dobry wieczór, panie trenerze. Mam pytanie o Kamila Glika. W swoim pierwszym meczu z Węgrami w Budapeszcie posadził go pan na ławce, argumentując to brakiem wystarczającej szybkości, zwrotności, które są potrzebne przy grze wysoką obroną. Ale mam wrażenie, że Kamil przez te kilka miesięcy wypracował w pańskich oczach znacznie lepszą pozycję i jest dziś pewniakiem do podstawowej 11, niezależnie z kim gramy i jak wysoko ma ustawiać się obrona. Chciałem spytać, czy faktycznie tak jest.
First of all, I told also against Hungary, because it was really difficult to go in that game, special for him, an experienced player with certain characteristics we look to change regarding the game. I want to see it, and special. It's with his experience, and he started to understand better and better and better. It's better to defending. Going forward than drop, than like it was used to do it. Still sometimes to do it because he have routines in his head to do these kind of things. Less because he are understanding not only him but all our defenders. When we have the ball, when it's the defensive transitions, what need to be done. Especially in these two moments, and also in our defensive organization, some sectorial concepts to interact between players in the same line. A player like him with a leader like him is something we want to have him always on the top. And the truth is growing like the other ones, and he don't look anymore. In some moments of the game, slow, because it's a question of a positional decision, and he had more and more understanding. And then it's a leader; it's a natural leader. We influence a lot others, and it was, since that moment, he growing. Regarding our concepts, and they are helping to improve others to be to improve in our concepts and to be strong defensively.
Ostatnie pytanie, last question. Wojciech Górski.
Dobry wieczór, trenerze. Mam pytanie dotyczące Grzegorza Krychowiaka. Po jednym z ostatnich treningów w media obiegło takie zdjęcie, na którym cała drużyna zeszła już z boiska, natomiast trener został na środku boiska właśnie z Krychowiakiem i coś mu intensywnie tłumaczył. Chciałem zapytać, co właśnie przekazał pan Krychowiakowi i jak on w ogóle zareagował na tą czerwoną kartkę w pierwszym spotkaniu?
It was a photo because you media, you coming out before we leave at the pitch. For that they get the normal photo. I'm speaking with a player. In this case, it was Krychowiak, and you relate something regarding the red card, which is not true. I speak with the most of them on the hotel, on the pitch also as well. And it was the case to speak with him, talking about mainly about positional game, the intensity. He knows exactly what he needs to do it to improve. The first three games in the in World Cup qualification, in my opinion, it was outstanding what he made, because it's someone really experienced, unique player regarding what we have it in on the national team. He can do much better. The team needs something more from him, yes. He could do it, yes. This is something where we spoke it. Special, it's there is intensity. Instead than to be reactive, to be more proactive, because it's understanding really well the game, the positional game, and it's something where we needed from him, you know, to make sure he will be there before happens the things, because he runs less, it's more fresh, and then he can make decisions better. And him, it's a player where he knows exactly what he needs to be done for the team, the movements, the positions he needs to occupy, the quality he needs to give to the team, and this is mainly what we spoke about.
Thank you. It was the last question. Thank you for your attendance. See you with most of you tomorrow during the post-match press conference. Good night.